I know there's rumours that Belabor is top of the list for Manchester United's midfield overhaul. It needs to be Elliot Anderson.
If you're spending 100 mil here, you're not spending 100 mil on Kane, because I think that's what it's probably going to take to get enough.
You are very, very excited
I am.
about Man United at the minute, aren't you?
Well, it's not too
Overly
bad. I mean,
excited.
2 victories. It's got me a
I
bit
know.
overexcited,
It
some
has,
would
definitely.
say. And we've got Flex in the building
Yeah.
as well. So today we want to talk about Michael Carrick and what United could potentially do going forward, because there is a bit of steam building towards Michael Carrick getting the job.
Yeah.
And we are looking at today his perfect 11.
To win the Premier League, you say. Oh, come on. That's what you said in the meeting.
Premier League.
Yeah,
Premier
this
League.
season, I think he said.
Flex, we're going to talk about players that you would like to see work under Michael Carrick. This is current players as well as potential new signings. The boys are going to chip in throughout with their thoughts as sort of neutrals. But it's got to be realistic. You know, we're not talking like Bellingham's and Mbappe's.
Yeah.
We want to talk about realistic signings.
Realistic,
here.
you say?
So
Okay.
a realistic 11, roughly realistic anyway. Let's start in goal.
Yeah, try to have a little bit of
changes.
fun with it and be realistic
Yeah.
as well. I've gone with Sonny Lamans. I think his biggest accolade at the minute is that he doesn't get spoken about a lot. And when you go from somebody like Andre Onana, who's eccentric, calamitous, just a poor goalkeeper, to a really good, clean, safe pair of hands. His first game at Old Trafford, we were cheering him coming for corners like goals. Honestly, it was that bad. And you know what I like about Sonny Lamans, and I mean this with the greatest of respect, yeah? He's like a bit of a plain Jane. He looks like he uses like unscented shower gel. Like, I don't think, he's not bothered.
What?
Yeah, he's just
Right.
plain, he just goes under the radar. He's not trying to be loud. He's not trying to get above his station. He just seems like a nice, clean-cut, plain guy. That's what I need between the sticks.
This reminds me when someone gives you like a backhanded compliment. You don't know if they're actually being
No,
sincere or not.
trust
But
me,
yeah,
trust me, it's a
okay.
compliment.
I think it's a compliment.
It's a compliment.
Let's move on to right back. Is this going to be a current player or a signing?
This is a signing.
Okay.
And I've gone Tino Livramento
Wow, it's
at
a
right back.
punchy move, you know.
Yes, I wanted to think outside the box a little bit and not just try and look for big names. And look, he's at Newcastle United. I know he's had injury issues, but I think when he's been
Currently
over
out.
those, exactly, currently up, but I think he's exceptional. I really, really do. And he's young enough as well, and he's at a good stage of his career where he's ready to kick on. He's had a tough start to his career. At Newcastle United, like I say, he hasn't gone the best for him for injuries, but you've seen it. You've seen when he's played. You can see he's got it. I would love him.
Ben, where do you stand on Tino? Because he has been linked with an exit before, but
Yeah.
is Manchester United the next step for him in his career, or is it a club that are potentially competing for Champions League honours?
I think in terms of ability, I think he could go to City. That's where he's been linked with quite a lot, isn't it? But obviously the injuries have kind of held him back. And obviously Núñez has kind of been in really good form for them, so maybe that priority has kind of shifted away. But I think they could come back. I think United would obviously still be a massive step. United have still got that pulling power regardless of... We saw it in the summer. No European football still able to bring in players that are going to move the needle. And I think it is a problem area for United with Dalot. I mean, Livramento would obviously be a great signing, but I still think that there might be teams slightly higher in the pecking order that come sniffing for him.
I think for Newcastle fans watching as well, you're mentioning teams, Champions League, European football, you know, they'll be screaming, we are in the Champions League.
Yeah, exactly,
And I think that is a good fit for club and player currently. So, yeah, interesting to see where you're going with centre-backs.
Yeah, right. I've got a centre-back partnership, which is, it's a little bit unbalanced, right?
So rogue.
But it is. But I believe that there's a manager there who can make it work. So this is a little bit out there. But I was thinking about taking out Lisandro Martinez. But once I thought about it, I thought he just needs a solid guy. I'm gonna have him on the right. Okay. I'm gonna have him as a right centre back because it was either this. It
So
was
of
either
all
this.
the options that you've got
or
of
take
Man
him out.
United current centre-backs.
Well, you've got De Ligt
Martinez
in
on
there.
the left, on the right.
Yeah, really, you could obviously have Martinez on the left, De Ligt on the right. You know, young Lenny Yoro.
Martinez on the right.
Just hear me out, right? You can have Lenny Yoro. He's not at it yet. Harry Maguire. I think we need better to win the Premier League and to go on. But I didn't really want to take Lisandro out. In fact, no. I'm going to put him left, but and this guy I'm going to say is more adaptable. Yeah, because he's in there.
Okay.
But I've gone with Bastoni.
Luca?
And Luca, you can back me up on this. Now, I know he's a left centre-back, okay? But Lisandro Martinez, listen, the Butcher, we rate him. He's fantastic. Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt, and he still need to apologise, haven't done it yet. But we need to be realistic. He needs a strong A-side. He needs a big player next to him who's dominant, good on the ball, good across the ground to look after him. His best work's been when he's played against Varane, who can hold his hand and make sure he gets through. And you look at what's going on with Maguire as well when he's playing next to him. I've gone for Bastoni. I think he's adaptable enough to come in at right centre back.
Let's get Luca's thoughts on that as a partnership.
So I think Bastoni's quality. I agree with Flex, but It's very unrealistic because Italian players typically don't leave the Serie A to go to the Premier League, but it's even rarer to see an Italian centre-half go to the Premier League, especially like someone that good. I know Leone went to Liverpool, but he's a lot younger. Bastoni's established at Inter. I really see him retiring at Inter. I don't think they'll ever sell him.
Oh, what, you think he's going to be a one-club... Well, not one-club man, but...
No, not a one-club man. Yeah, he was at Atalanta before, but... Yeah, I don't see him leaving Inter. He's that good. I would say Bastoni this season has dropped off a little bit compared to last season when he was operating as a really top 4 centre-half in the world alongside Van Dijk, Saliba and Gabriel. And my only issue with Bastoni sometimes is the back four. We've seen him play in the back four for only the Italian national team, and he's always struggled. In a back three, he's absolutely elite in the left-sided centre-back role because he can come up. He's very good at driving with the ball. He's very technically gifted. And I think he can adapt to English football extremely well. The full-back is where I'd be a little bit wary with him, but there's no doubt in my mind, if he was, for some reason, to go to United, he would be very, very good. But yeah, I don't know, 2 left-footed centre-backs as well could be a little bit complicated, but I think Bastoni's a quality.
What world are we living in?
Do you not believe in Lenny Yoro? I feel like obviously he's had injury problems and stuff like that, and he's played a 3 at the back.
Yeah.
Would you not?
I think with Lenny Yoro, it's... me and Joe were talking about this. He's done his, I say best work, but he's had to adapt to life at Manchester United in that back three. As a right-sided centre-back, spending a lot of time out wide. He's been left on the line, and a lot of times confidence has been rocked. There's been times where he's played really well. I think he's one for the future. But in terms of putting him in now to say, go and be my dominant centre-back, go win me the league, I need 2 experienced guys in there. So
let's go to left-back, and this is another real rogue shout.
I don't think it is.
Joe, you're not a fan of this so far, are you?
Theo Hernandez.
You're making that clear.
I've gone with, listen, I was thinking, who's out there? Ian Matson, Cucurella's not... not
gettable.
Not going to get him.
No chance.
Now, Theo Hernandez is out there in Saudi, so he's definitely gettable. I think he's still operating at a high level, still gets into the national team as well. And his time when he was at AC Milan, one of the best left-backs in the world. I just think he's similar to how Ruben Neves has gone to Saudi, and all of a sudden, he's not that. No, he's still a top player, mate, and he can play in this league easily. And he does play in the back four and has played most in the back four as well. And I think he could be exactly what we need. He's still at a strong age. Again, Luca, from this time at AC Milan, could he come from Saudi now and be a perfectly good player in the Premier League for Man United?
Yeah, Theo was operating as one of the best left-backs in the world at Milan. He had that 2020-21 season and the 21-22 season when they won the league, where he was, you could argue, the best left-back in the world that season when they won the league. I think he dropped off a little bit at the end of his time at AC Milan, and I think it was a bit harsh that AC Milan didn't renew him, and the fans really felt that way as well. They wanted to keep him. But I still think he can still do good work in Europe. I know he's in Saudi, he's still 28, so he's still got a lot to prove. And I still think he's a good fullback, so I don't think that's a ridiculous shout at all.
All right.
Midfield.
This is the big turnover flex.
This guy here, I know there's rumours that Baleba is top of the list for Manchester United's midfield overhaul. It needs to be Elliot Anderson. I think he's got everything. I think he's powerful. I think he's brilliant on the ball. I think positionally he's sound. He snuffs out a lot of fires before they become big problems. He's brave on the ball. He's got an engine. He can get about the pitch. And he can play as well. He's not a shin kicker. He's not an ugly player. He's got good feet. And I think he's exactly what Manchester United need. He's going to play a big role for England in this coming World Cup. I'm almost sure of that. I think we're all sure of that. It's got to be Elliot Anderson for me.
Played every minute in the Premier League this season. Most possession won of any player. Yeah,
no-brainer, really. I mean, there's a debate between him and Wharton that keeps going around. And it's
Who starts for you?
For England? I think it's tough. I think Wharton is a bit more unique in terms of the line-breaking passes. He's kind of more of like a Spanish or like European-coded player maybe than Anderson. I think Anderson's a bit of an all-rounder. And you could argue that they're both worth that kind of same amount of money, £100 million bracket, because one offers something slightly more unique, whereas one is more well-rounded. I think that is Anderson. I think for United's midfield makeup, for the balance, if you're going to go with someone like a Mainu and then a Fernandes still in there, I think Anderson maybe makes more sense, but spending £100 million on either of them, or either of them starting for England, would make sense to me. And
who are you going alongside him? What is the balance?
What is the other two,
Bobby, mate. I mean, enough. Do I even need to say? He's just honestly, what's happened to him under Amorim is like crimes against football. I honestly believe that. And you see what Michael Carrick's done with him coming into the team, how he speaks about him. To yourself, Joe, how he spoke about how he loves how he takes the ball. Players like that are so important, and he's just got so much ability. And you look at him playing in that final for England. Against Spain, it's just easy for him. It's very, and I think those two actually will complement each other really, really well.
Yeah, and I think it's you know what's interesting is I'm not even a United fan, but it was so. I loved the fact I saw Cobby start straight away. I think all of us just wanted to see him play football because we know the talent. Everyone mentions the Euros final, but you forget the FA Cup final as well. So many big games at such a young player. I think we know where we're going with the third player. Bruno, I'm guessing.
In the Premier League. Bruno Fernandes.
Is that, you actually think he's the best player in the Premier League?
Honestly, like people think I just say it because it's just trying to be tribal or this, that, and the other. I can't understand how some people just don't rate this guy and not understand that, like, because he's been at United and where's he led them to? 15th. What's he done? Like, if you see football like that, you're just not very smart. I'm sorry. I honestly, if you don't rate Bruno Fernandes, you're just not smart.
Do you think he's underappreciated because of the Man United era that he's been? I know that you've won silver, I know you've won trophies, that can't be denied, but comparative to previous eras where United were dominating English football, do you think had he been in a different era, he would be recognised as one of United's greatest ever midfielders?
With these numbers, if he had the accolades to back this up, if he had Champions League, multiple Premier Leagues, with the consistency of which he's played at, he'd be in all the biggest conversations for top players. I know when you get involved in players of age, and it's like, because the medals aren't there, you don't really want to do it and even disrespect those players for what they've done. But for me, Bruno Fernandes, one of the greatest to do it in the Premier League. Can you help me out there? Nice one in the 10.
Yep. On the right.
This is difficult. This is difficult. I've gone with Brian and Mbeumo.
Okay.
Listen, love Ahmad. If you want to say absolutely not, put Ahmad there. Not going to fight you for it, but I'm just going with just the proven output, the proven goal output that Brian and Mbeumo can give you. It's incredible. Again, he's another one who gets slept on because he's done his work at Brentford. I think there's sometimes this sort of snobbery to players that are coming from Brentford, from Brighton, from Wolves, etc. It doesn't mean they can't be a top player, and it doesn't mean they can't be in a title-winning team.
Yeah, Luca?
Brian Mbeumo? He's quality. He's so good. And I think what was it, 60-odd million you spent on him in the summer?
Yeah, just over, yeah.
Well, I think United haven't landed too many successful transfers, especially big name, big money transfers in the last 5 odd years, but I think he's adapted really, really well to the system, and he's scored in massive games as well this season. That's one thing to note. Big head-to-heads, he's always turning up.
The quality of finish against Arsenal didn't get talked about because of the quality of the other 2 goals as well. So it's,
Do you think he is better through the middle?
Not with the guy that I've got for the title-winning team.
Let's keep moving on.
But that potentially we'll have to wait.
You doing the other flank first, and then
let's do the other flank.
What do you want to do?
I've gone with Iliman and Dye.
Okay.
I've gone with Iliman and Dye, and we've got Mateus Cunha. We can try and maybe shoehorn Ahmad over to that side, but I want natural fits because I've already gone rogue with Bastoni in that, so my team's already a bit unbalanced. So I've gone with Ndai, and you have to be careful with talking about Sadio Mane. Yeah, but in terms of when he made that move to Southampton to Liverpool to get that step up and be that guy, I actually think Ndai can be like that. He's super versatile. He's super skillful. We know that. And I just think that he's ready to step up and be the top guy. And I want him on the left-hand side.
Ben, what are your thoughts on that? Bear in mind, this is Flex building a title-winning Man United 11. Thoughts on this?
I think with the quality of players in other positions, I'm not necessarily saying that Njai is the sort of player that could carry you to a title, but I think in terms of being a cog in a system, and albeit a very, very talented one, I think he could be a really nice piece of the puzzle. I think he's an entertainer as well that fits into the kind of football I think that Michael Carrick wants to play. We've seen that in the last couple of games, a bit back to basics, letting players be free, playing 1-2 touch. And I think that brings the best out of someone like Njai, especially when you've got like a goal-scoring winger on the other flank who is not necessarily like that. And Mbeumo, I think, is a bit underrated as a player, but he's more direct. So to complement him with a kind of dribbly winger on the other side as well, who can kind of get in these inside pockets as well if you've got an overlapping fullback. Yeah, I love Njai. I think it's class.
OK, and that leaves the
Prem
striker.
proven as well, by the way.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
that element that's running through.
Yeah.
And up front, another Prem-proven name that's just never going to happen this time.
Harry Kane. How realistic is this?
I'm not putting him on the board, by the way.
Top scorer in the Bundesliga.
I'm not putting him
All
on
the
there.
quotes that you see is love in life in the Bundesliga. He's actually in talks for contract negotiation talks as we speak.
I hear you.
Did you know that when you put Harry Kane
Smithy,
forward?
I hear you, right?
So why is he in your hand then?
You go strong and you say, Harry, listen, you've had a good time out in Germany. No one can question the bottle job thing. You've got a couple titles now. Come and get a title in England. Come and be the best striker we've ever seen in the Premier League. Come and be that guy. Come and break Shearer's record and get a Premier League in this team as well. I'm going to give him this team. You're going to have Bruno Fernandes supplying you. Not a problem. So the supply line that you're getting out in the Bundesliga, Bruno's going to guarantee you that. All the goal-scoring burden's not going to be on you as well, Harry. You're going to give me 25 Premier League minimum, I know that. But you've got
Is
Bruno.
this an Ineos move, though? Is this an Ineos move? We've seen the recruitment, the style of recruitment.
Mate, none of this is probably an Ineos. This is ambition.
No, like Iliam Jai. You look at Iliam Jai and, Brian and Mbeumo, Cunha, I say that fits into a similar sort of mould, doesn't it? Tino Livramento, potentially Prem-proven.
We've got to have a little bit of fun. I mean, they wanted Liam Delap, so, probably not. But I have to push the boundaries. I have to push the boundaries.
Negotiations to renew the contract. I mean, you're a Spurs fan. Your face was a picture when he revealed that. What do you want to say?
Also, if you're spending 100 mil here, you're not spending 100 mil on Kane, because I think that's what it's probably going to take to get him out. I know there was like a maybe release clause of 60, 70, but if you sign a new deal, it's going to take a lot of money.
Which he ain't signed.
And Njai.
And Njai as well, yeah.
I think
Bastoni.
We've got to buy. I've got. Do you know what?
Really
If we think about it too realistic, it's just going to be a team that's not going to be good enough to win the Prem. Because who can I go and get? I can go and get Solanke. I can go and get
£600 million.
Hang on.
Solanke.
What?
You started just by saying I'm going to be realistic.
The striker market. The striker market, like. For it to be realistic enough for me to get players good enough to compete to win the Premier League, it's also not going to fit in with Ineos's vision, because Man United aren't going to be ready to win the Premier League.
Yeah, you're the gap. To be fair, this is your.
There's got to be a little bit of.
Harry Kane's come back to Spurs to take us out the Champions League season. That's what
Luca, just quickly, where does that team finish in the Premier League for you?
Not first.
Why not? Why not?
Because
why not?
That's why.
Why not?
Bastoni in the back four, bro. They might push for a league title, but I couldn't see that team winning it.
But what do you guys at home think? Let us know. There is Flex's team to win the Premier League under Michael Carrick.